Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is Dr. Gombele in another series of the health presentations. Particularly, we present for diabetes patients. Today, we are going to review what is that we eat. We in Jamaica and in the Caribbean, United States, Africa, wherever we are, right? So this is a typical meal that you will find in a public restaurant or at a canteen, what they serve at a workplace. Okay, this is a drink that most people drink while eating or after eating. And then they will serve a glass or they will put a straw and they will drink from the bottle. The color of the drink can be red, green, or whatever color, but this is just black, the color of the drink. And then in most of the tables, in those public places, you will have a ketchup, right? And then you will have a bottle of water. So we're going to analyze the content, the portion, if really this is how we should be eating. But before before I continue, I'm going to invite you to subscribe, to share, like, and most importantly, to click the notification bell so that when I upload my very, very next videos, you can be notified. At my workplace, I go to the canteen. Sometimes I go over the street near the hospital and I join the line and I wait my turn to be served, right? And mainly, they will serve you a protein, right? This is protein. You have 2 pieces of chicken or fish or whatever is there. And then they will serve also some kind of vegetables. And then they will serve you starch, which is the rice. And I'm not over exaggerating. This is how they will serve you if you don't tell the lady or the gentleman, no, stop, I do not want much rice. Let's analyze the content of the meal. We indicated earlier we have a meal should have protein. Protein helps to provide the amino acid, and then the amino acid, they are the building blocks of the muscles and then many other things in the body. And the vegetables, here where we get some of our minerals, the potassium, magnesium, calcium, we get salt, sodium, mineral, manganese, magnesium in the vegetables. And then the starch, here is where we get the energy, all right? The starch, carbohydrate. So they will serve you, this is a meal, and I have a picture to show places I have gone, like church, and after I spoke at a church and we joined the line, and I'm just curious to see how people eat, all right? This is a meal, right? Rice, protein, a vegetable, and when we go to rural here, they put some pudding, and the pudding is made of maybe potato, maybe yam, or flour with some fruit. So, is there a recommendation in the way we eat, in the way we consume our starch, our protein, and our vegetable? Yes, there is one. The American Diabetes Association suggests, recommends, advises that vegetable should make up 50% of our meal. I'm going to cut really to illustrate. This is a plate. This is 50%, half of the plate, right? But when we look at this meal, this is not 50%. This is close to 5% of vegetables, right? Instead of 50, we consume 5% of vegetables, right? So that is one. Two, the remaining section of the plate will be divided in two, and then one section should be starch, right? That means starch will consist of 25% of the plate. If you look at this starch, this rice, this is almost 75% of the plate, if not 80. And then now, the other portion of the half will be protein. Yes, that could be like 10% to 15% of protein. So, to start with, the belly full, the empty stomach, we start on the wrong foot. Too much starch, a little bit of vegetables, and protein almost okay. And you can see when they are serving the vegetables, it's like they just don't want to get much. They take and they let go and they just put a little bit on your plate. What about the drink? This is a soda. This soda consists of 70 grams of sugar, right? So this is just too much already, the whole bottle. The recommendation is that we should not consume more than 45 grams of sodas, of added sugar. This is ketchup. It is sweet. It is full of sugar. I look to see if they have any recommendations, suggestion, none. It's sweet. Any review you see, this is sweet. It's full of high corn syrup, fructose, right? And this is the water. The rice, this is white rice mixed with some beans, but the glycemic index of rice is very high. What do I say by glycemic index? Glycemic index is anything that we consume and then spikes the sugar quickly, right? So as quick as the sugar goes up, and quick it will come down. That means you consume such a meal, and your belly will feel full because we have this wrong concept that I haven't eaten until my abdomen is full, distended, heavy. I'll say, okay, great, I just had my meal. But the irony is, if you had a good meal, you not be hungry in 6 or 8 hours. But because the rice spikes the sugar very rapidly and brings it down very quickly, in 3 to 4 hours, you feel like you want to eat something. And then you go on snacks. Unfortunately, you're going to have snack made of starch again, flour, right? And you snack, and 3-4 hours again, you are hungry. That may be dinner time or lunch time. So we find ourselves eating around the clock. Okay? So the problem with the meal is that we do not respect the portion. 50% of the plate should be vegetables. 25% of the plate will be protein, and 25% of the plate will be starch, carbohydrate. But not the refined starch, These are complex starch that we are talking about here. What are those complex starch? In processed starch, like banana, plantain, yam, breadfruit in the Caribbean region. We can substitute rice for bulgur, or we can have quinoa. Or you can just eat protein with vegetables, because vegetables are also, they have some kind of starch, they have some amount of starch in them. And then when we finish eating this, we drink sugar. While eating, we do this. And then I see people asking the lady, put ketchup, and they put ketchup. When you taste ketchup, it is just sweet, right? In moderation, it's okay, but too much of this, and then this is sugar, because when carbohydrates get into your body, they break down into sugar, the salad, the dressing, this one, tomato, it is sugar, liquid sugar. Too much sugar in your body. And what too much sugar will do, brain will send a message to the pancreas. This is really the key now here. And the pancreas will say there is a lot of sugar. And the brain will tell the pancreas there is a lot of sugar. So do your job. Pancreas now will release what? Insulin. So that to bring the sugar down. I've said it over and over and over. Insulin, it's a fat gatherer in the abdomen, right? And wherever insulin goes, takes with him or her the fat. And then now you find out that the fat will start gathering around the abdomen, right? And then when you eat such a meal, after, instead of being re-energized, you get tired, because too much work, the brain, the stomach, the intestine, so you just get tired. You go to work, you just feeling like you cannot move around, but you just ate, right? So we're not getting the right energy, and we are not using the right portion. This should be used in moderation or none. Instead of this, we will use water, right? This also in moderation. Please remember the portion, right? Vegetable, 50%, protein, 50%, carbohydrate, but complex, unprocessed, unrefined carbohydrate, 25%, and then you have a good meal, right? And then now, the latest meal should be before 7 o'clock. You start the day with the biggest meal, and then the little one at lunch, and almost a very light meal for the dinner, the last meal of the day, which should be around 5, 6, 7. And after you have consumed that meal, do not go straight to your bed. Belly full, an empty stomach is a reality. People eat, but they do not get the nutrient that we need to function, right? They are tired before they go to their bed. They get from the bed tired, and they go throughout the day being tired. If you follow the recommendation I just said, you will be energized, and if you keep on eating that way, you will lose weight, and you'll get more of your daily activities. Thank you very much for your views. Thank you very much for your subscriptions. Thank you very much for your share and likes, but we need more. So I'm inviting you to do the same. Share, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that when I upload my very next video, you can be notified. Remember to leave your comment in Lingala, in French, in Spanish, in English. We will gladly answer to them. Mwana mboka, au revoir, bokulak, ngamo, lusakomo, elakaonja kumba. My friend, au revoir, amigo, hasta luego. deja sus comentarios ahí abajo y te vamos a contestar. Bye bye.